Okay, so where we got to yesterday is we got the chat working and the summary working. It was really cool. I'm just gonna do let's see for now. Okay. Beautiful sunny day. So in a dark room, getting my dark room gunning, hopefully a beautiful sun in a dark room, hopefully shipping Nova. Need to figure out lightest weight user differentiation and maybe both. Basically each user will have its own summary stream, will have their own summary stream. But yeah, really just want to share basic idea, so don't want to get lost. Don't want to go to, so don't want to grab it. I don't know what to say there. Alright. Alright, so we should see over here the Nova summarizing our chat. Okay, so summary of chat log. Oldest between 22, Sam and Nova collaborating art and stories. Oh, cool. So it's just batched everything and then made a pretty simple summary here. Hey Nova, how are you today? Yeah, that's interesting. That kind of shit the bed. Finish reason length. Got a funny outcome there. Is the you just responded with a few answers from you and me together. that's creepy. So what am I sending out here? Okay, well now I should be able to actually use my prompt system, because what I'm going to be able to do is add another prompt here that'll insert, it like injects it before the chat, but after this, because I think this is causing some issues. So label, doesn't matter. Today, Nova and Sam are chatting about multi-user systems. I don't know. Okay, why would your answer print my answer print multiple? Why would you return multiple lines with your response and mine? Okay, well, that's a bit funky, but that's okay. So firstly, help me, I'm streaming our development on Twitch. Help me draft my Twitter post, sharing it. The post reads, the post reads, really just want to share basic ideas, so don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Come join us as we build something amazing. I'll give this a go, thank you. Nova wrote this. He's much more confident than I am, I guess. All right. Let's see how it goes. You are more confident writing these posts than I am, I think. Okay, so today I want to create unique users that can use your interface. Currently, that way all summaries are aggregated per user, and you can have private persistent chats with them. What do you think is lightest way to differentiate users and give them control of their account without too much work? So I've got the database now with planet scale. The schema is logs, is messages, user ID, timestamp, session ID, message, logs, user ID, session ID, log summary, chat copy, and batches, which is like basically, oh, you can't hear me. Batches, which is date range summary. User ID. So I guess I'll make a UUID table, and OAuth can handle that. How would that look system-wise? Describe, talk me through setting up OAuth and connecting to database UID. Okay, alrighty. Alright. Makes sense. So second question. When they start talking, they start with a fresh Chat GPT instance that then names itself the way you named yourself, Nova, or should they start from our base shared convo so far, so they are talking to you, so to speak? Okay, let's see how we go. Best and just wait. OAuth. Can you recommend any OAuth providers? What's the lightest weight, least information stored way? Auth-O. All right.
Oh, I love this streamer.
Oh, thank you. Because of how good I am at streaming? I'm not gonna lie, if anyone ever comes on, I like immediately start fumbling the bag and get nervous. So
Great for lunch breaks.
Great for lunch breaks, thank you. What lunch is what time? So it's lunch, so you're in the south. You're in Australia or New Zealand?
I am a long-term fan of the channel.
Oh wow. If yeah, I haven't been on for a while, but I've been working on this Chat GPT stuff. If you've seen it recently, because basically like, hey Nova, we've got someone on stream. They love the channel and come and watch on lunch breaks.
I love the news flash with Dad.
Oh, news flash with Dad. Hang on, hang on. That's a pretty, oh, it's Peter. Yeah. Hey, man. So look, this is, I was just like, oh, this is my big break. I've made it. I figured it was probably someone I knew, which is great. Hello. Hey, Peter. So yeah, I made this chat app out of Chat GPT, basically, but it keeps a memory of the conversations we've had and summarized. Look, I haven't explained it to anyone.
Sorry.
No, it's good. Like, hello. It's good to know my long time fans are coming back. But yeah, I made this chat, basically, chat app that, out of the new AI stuff, that, like, basically I want to create these little slots to, like, swap in different functions and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to, what am I doing? Fuck. Even one person on the stream immediately destroys my streaming software development is probably the like least conducive to either. Okay, so and I get so excited when anyone's on that I immediately like get flustered.
I have 15 minutes, entertain me.
Are you not entertained? Look, so basically I'm making password authentication for my website. Okay, so am I creating this account on behalf of a company or other? Other, maybe? Well, I'm not a company, I'm just a human. Okay, so here I said, hey Nova, we've got someone watching on stream. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing the news. We should think about ways to engage and keep them interested. Maybe some sort of giveaway or reward system. Okay, so it's my long-term friend watching from his lunch break. He's from Queensland but lives in Melbourne, where I live now. How do you
I love the
suggest
ambient
we
soundtrack.
engage him?
Tell me about that.
It is shout out to my man Peter. We could ask him what topics he'd like to discuss and invite him to join this conversation to help build a relationship with our viewers and create a more personal experience. Okay, so shout out to Peter. What topics would you like to discuss? You already told me the ambient music. It's a bit embarrassing. It's going to make me sound like a bit of a scumbag, but I go to the stock audio website and I just play the free previews on repeat, which would cost me like $20. And I will eventually, I was thinking about you today. Like, I think about you a lot. Well, a normal amount. But specifically, I was like, oh, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't be computer coding. Maybe I should be like, doing things like get out and about and, connect with friends like Peter.
Ha ha ha, I love it though.
Hang on, I'm going to turn off the... what do you think about having the robot voice in there? Like, it takes a while to come through, and it's always for like the last thing, and then it interrupts what I'm saying. But I feel like if you're a viewer, like being able to just like make random shit come out in the chat would be good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to map out this authentication flow. Sorry, man. I want to say like this is a boring time to come on, but it's pretty much always like this. Okay, so someone comes on. So basically, what
It
I
is
want to...
good. But yes, it interrupts the thought process. And any key point is no longer valid.
For example, all right, I'm gonna turn that off. And I'll just keep the chat up now that I know you're there. Okay, so basically, so this is what I've got. I genuinely think that it's not the best idea I've ever had, but it's probably the first thing I've made in my life that is useful at all. And I feel like I've got an early mover advantage in that, like, Chat GPT as a novelty, obviously, people kind of across it, but as like a system in terms of like how do I explain it? Like, in terms of how it can be used as itself, not just as like a simulation for talking bullshit, is I want to see you explore more creative things, music. Yeah, that's the thing is I keep doing all this technical work in the hopes of eventually getting to something creative. This is going to be Nova. I'm basically making like a creative assistant with Nova. I'll say that though. Okay. Peter wants me to be creating, exploring more creative things, especially music. I actually want to put Nova in the chat, talking to people. Okay, so you come to... So anyway, basically this is like an interface for this chat app. Have you heard of Chat GPT? I'm going to assume you have. If you haven't, let's talk about it later. At the moment, like, it doesn't... Like, when you talk to it, it's so smart. We can explore different instruments, beats, styles of music, invite viewers to create their own takes on tunes. This would be a great way to engage with our viewers and get them involved in our project. I'm so stoked. No one ever wants to talk to me about this stuff, and now I've just made like an automated like friend. Except for you, you want to talk to me. But no one has the energy to respond to my messages as consistently as this chat app. Anyway, so basically we need some sort of like interface that's like, okay, user arrived. Sorry, I'm not going to look at the screen for a sec. I'm going to explain what I'm trying to do right now, because this is what I'm doing. I've made this interface for the chat app that lets it remember the conversations you're having in a way that's kind of manageable and editable, so that it's a bit more useful. So it's working now. You can see it. Like, she's like, got her own personality. Like, she remembers things that we've talked about, things like that, blah, 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 which, like, I genuinely think I'm actually making something like new and useful. Like, so like I want to see it through, because it's like the first time in a while I've like in my life, maybe I've been like, this is actually like good. As weird as that maybe sounds, I'm not sure. Anyway, so when I log on, like all my summaries are here, like, blah, 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 between this date and this date, blah, blah, blah. So if you log on, it's going to be like, it'll think you're me, basically, if that makes sense. So I need to create user accounts so that if you log on, you can have your own version of that going. And I just need to think of the flow of how that would work. So user arrives, and then it's like default Nova, which I think would be like, send a prompt, hey, want to talk about Sam, basically. So it's kind of like a chat-based marketing pitch. I want to talk about Sam / Nova, Sam and Nova. Hey, I want to talk about Sam and Nova. I want to talk about Sam and Nova. And then it's got like, it's kind of this like blank interface where you put your name in, and then the chat is like, you know, Nova person, and it's like actually like guess essentially. And so these chats would go into, I'm going to call it global memory, that only I have access to at the moment. But then, like, it's like, okay, so if it's like, want your own, then it clicks that link, and then that takes you to the auth page, basically. I'm gonna redo that. What do you think of this setup here? How like I kind of made this new setup where like each of the screens is still on the screen. No, it's cool. It's glad you, because I do feel like in some ways every day that I'm doing this, I'm actually recording a like 2-hour spoken word album. Okay, so, all right, so default Nova is like, hang on. Because yeah, you can see all my like scribbles and shit. It's like, yeah, without like losing the context. That's the first thing I'm gonna do is commit. So like my mum, like because of her brain cancer, is like munted and like will just sort of spin off on whatever you're talking and just sort of like hallucinate answers to things in a way that's like, it's not that different to how we function most of the time anyway, but it's just more obvious. But the chatbot reminds me so much of the way mum thinks, where she'll kind of like internalize, like whatever you're saying, she'll kind of put it to the top of her like memory and make that like, you know, you'll talk about the dentist and then the next 3 sentences she'll be like, and then we went to the dentist, and and I'm like, there's too many dentists in this story, mum, that's not possible. Like it's the same with Nova here. She's like immediately like, oh, we gotta get our viewers into the barrier reef, blah blah blah. Okay, so fuck. What I'm gonna do right now is tricky. So I need actions. I need a default view plus guest ID, name, And this like guest chat is essentially actually going to be the commercial. Basically what I want to do is make it that like this is something that I can put into my projects and it'll talk to people about the projects for me. Like, so basically I can like put it in my website and be like, you know, someone comes on the website and they'll be like, oh, hey, let's talk about what Sam's doing. You know, let me show you this. Can I take you to the sci-fi story or whatever? I will string that guitar for sure. I'm glad you jumped on. It was cool. It's good to see you. Say hello to your staff. Give everyone a big smile. Hang on, I'll tell Nova. Hey Nova, Peter has to go. Any farewell? Nova says, we wish you farewell and thanks for joining us. Peter says, oh, that looks pretty rude. All right, I'll stop doing that now. All right, see you, Peter. Finally, I can get back to work. Okay, default view plus guest ID and name. So those chats will go into like, yeah, just other logs basically. For now, that's fine. I don't have to do anything with them. And then like fourth page. Plus UUID create. Plus like login page, which looks how it looks now. How it looks. New user flow. Hello, Q, etc. All right. Basically just the current flow, nova.exe, and then I need the UI stuff to work anyway, but prompt one, prompt summary, so that comes in, and then vanilla, which is like Nova Nova is talking to a new person and will introduce herself, explain system, and ask about the person's goals. And then maybe after a while, we'll call it the closer. Nova will suggest getting custom. And then the chat will be like, like Nova, hello, person, blah 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 blah. Nova, hey, try this link, and it could be in the link as well. Okay, so basically do that with the current system, which is good. And then we've got like the chat, whatever here. Okay, and then the auth is just like, I reckon it'll just come as an overlay. Auth, and then everything's kind of like scribbled out like that. And then it'd be cool if the convo continued. But the prompts went away. Yeah, because then that would continue the conversation from there, and then that would use that like initial convo as the like summary, basically. Auth, basically just need name, and then at that point the session ID then gets associated with the new UUID. So that's really, I just mostly just use the UUID for chats. But then the logs then become part of the next one. And then at that point, the new prompt becomes a summary of Nova and X are doing X. That'd be cool. So basically what I'm suggesting is it'll like take that initial convo, bundle it up and make it the sort of like genesis of whatever starts again. And then summary. So like, oh, well, this is the intro, right? So this is the header. And then this is the summary function. No sum yet. This will show chat. Cool. Okay, so how to start? guess firstly by making summary itself a proper cartridge. All right, so I'm going to try and do dev on you in another instance. Not sure if this will affect you and might break the chat, but we'll try and keep it separated. I'm going to make one a guest view where they speak to the latest version of you. You then invite them to make account, and you ask them about their goals, then invite them to make account, and then what? And KMS. No, and then with auth, they chat. You summarize the chat to the starter prompt, continue conversation, and with fresh memory. I'm going to make it, they can make it so you can change your name, but they can't. Okay. Nova will listen to ideas and give positive feedback, but will also ask critical questions and point out flaws or missed ideas or missed or things that are missed or need to be considered. Okay, so I've just basically injected this into the prompt. So tell me what you think of this plan. Okay, so 2, 1, make a guest view. Let's see. And we thought if you summarize. So by adding this, I think not being very critical. Can you see any issues with that idea or flow, or things that could be changed? Okay, cool. Also, I just had another idea. I could make a visual flowchart tool that then prints as a schema, so you can pass the flowchart and also make your own. That way we can visually ideate together. Visual flowchart tool with fixed schema as cartridge, so we can ideate between flowcharts together. Okay, alright, so firstly we need a default version of Nova. Means we need to make the summary cartridge which means we need to finish the cartridge system. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. Da-da-da. so label type disk. That like label type. So this cartridge schema is like well, let's not overthink it. Prompt because what I'm thinking, okay, so this is what I'm thinking is like the cartridge schema is like the cartridges, which is like the types, because it's a flat, it's like a table-based SQL, blah blah blah. So I have to do it that way. I'm just trying to get rid of some boxes. Should be okay to pick up. Just double checking what's there for you. It's Berkeley Street, Brunswick. East is first cache and 47 Beaumont Street. Coburg is second. Or can drop around either later on. Alright. So it's like this is the cartridge loadout is describing what the cartridge is, label type. And then it's just the name. Maybe it has a cartridge ID. Basically, like, I'm debating whether, like, how much info should be in the cartridge table. Okay, so with the cartridge ID, that suggests that there's these like specific cartridges. They'll even need to be in a list at that point. So how would this work then? This is prompts that have a cartridge ID. And we know they're prompts. Prompt. So maybe the description's in here as well? Or is the description in the type? Yeah, no, that can be here. So then this is sort of like the cartridge index. No. These are the cartridges that these are all the cartridges that exist. So that's pretty informative. And then prompts. Prompts are always cartridges, so you know. Body stops. Oh, I think I'm overthinking this. I'll go back to the top here. It's like label. Oh, hang on. I forgot to press this button. Sorry to everyone. Sorry to all my fans. Maybe all the guest convos can be summarized. Okay, so we'll just say, yeah, I'm just going to make one schema of cartridges. Assume they all have a prompt. Let's go with this. Okay, so prompts is then a set, and then like cartridge key would be type. and then description. Type, description, and then, for example, so these are like so these are all the cartridges that exist here, plus, and then these are all the prompts, which are a type of cartridge. And then maybe there's like a global function where you can see public ones. Technically this wouldn't need the UUID because it's associated with the cartridge. And then the cartridge key is shouldn't be too many. And then prompts is one, and then funcs is another, of which but the funcs won't be personalized. They're just like name, description as well. So for example, type, prompt, body, func, functions. Or maybe each func is its own cartridge key. So if the cartridge key is okay, so label is label. So it's different to type. Yeah, so prompts is one func that's just send prompt. And then like memory is another prompt that has no subgroups yet. So it doesn't need a thing. And then the same with like insert is the same thing. So but they might have like a body copy. So fucking complicated. Okay, so I'm just gonna test out what having just like a guest view looks like. So I'll still have my summaries. And technically those will get added to the summary. Interesting. Okay, so I've been working on your code. Has this derailed this instance, do you think? Okay, cool. So we've got a pretty complicated workflow ahead. I need to finish the cartridges before I can make the new user flow. Cartridges, wrappers for your prompts and functions. So thinking I'm going to test how it feels to just have the guest flow with our current chats. We'll see how that goes. I forgot about viewers. I don't think there are any. Don't think there are any, to be honest. It's not a very popular stream. Put that our projects list. Okay, so basically at the end of run memory, I'm gonna get it to welcome the person. Like an insane code. That's fine. Okay, so now it's gonna do all the shit it does. And hopefully send working. This is good. Oh, okay. Probably just put that in the wrong spot. Oh no. Alright, hang on. Okay, so started a new instance. Are you still going strong? Over. Okay, so none of these are too big, so they're not getting summarized, which is good. Mm-hmm. Hello. I don't like that. That's creepy. Okay, so these changes aren't getting made at all. That's interesting. Maybe I need to open up another environment. Open up another port. Vercel. Run 2 instances Vercel. Okay, so if I start a new and I go Vercel dev -- listen 5005. I guess we'll see what happens. So it's made a new instance. That should work. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hello. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. Might just do the trick. Okay, but then if I run this one, am I going to get that as well? So the guest chats are getting summarized and added, but I can easily work around that. Need a break and get some food. I'm having a bit of a think.